What's up, guys? How's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, man. Great win. Really happy for this win. A tough game. By the way, welcome to Rossonari TV. It's me, Diet, Roy, Nathan, and I'm gonna put the link on the chat as well. Who wants to join us for this post match?
I'm going to pin the link.
That's perfect. And yes, guys, just jump in if you want to say anything. Let's. Roy, do you want to deal with the comments, and I'll keep talking a bit about the game, or you
All
want to
right.
start talking about the game if you want. If you have something interesting to say, go for it, my man.
Well, the only thing I want to say before I get into the comments is Maldini, guys.
My
Maldini.
God, my God, I cannot believe, man, it's happening again. I feel so sorry for Juventus, Inter, and all this area. It's happening again, and a bold manager. Instead of Saki, is still it's Pioli, but still
Incredible, incredible.
crazy, man. What a goal, by the way. That was an incredible goal.
Yeah, and also while Maldini was playing, the team was Maldini played really well. Like his game is really good. He
Yeah,
he he recovers the ball in good positions, in high positions, and he can move the ball around. Awesome.
no, no, exactly. I want to say that AC Milan didn't play their best game, and it was such a tough game for a 20 years old, 19 years old kid coming from the Primavera, basically, to perform properly, And he find the goal at the end, fighting, trying to find some solutions. He still has a lot to do to become a finished product, as we say. But it's a good start. It's a great start, I would say.
Absolutely.
And it's an important goal. What do you want to say, Nathan? You want to say anything about Maldini or the game in general?
Yeah. Um, Maldini, you know, as expected, a few decision making, that just comes with playing. But he is great footwork, and he showed a lot of desire, and he actually showed that he can play. So it's nice to know that if Diaz happened to get hurt or he's tired, that Maldini can come in and play. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to say it. Giroud offers nothing unless he has at least 10 yards of free space inside the goal. He,
Nah,
he
it was a
no,
tough game. It was
he
a tough
needs
game.
to work
He,
on his runs. You don't have to be a world-class player to understand that if you stand in one spot, you will be marked out of the game. You
Nathan,
have to
Nathan,
move from the center of the box and create space for yourself. You do not need to be a skilled person to move 5 feet to the left or 5 feet to the right. It's going to
yeah,
be
but
too difficult for him to look.
listen to me. He's just coming from an injury, and he doesn't have a lot of. He's not match fit
Yeah.
still. The game was really cagey. It was really bad. It was really
Look, look.
ugly, really
I
ugly game. So it's
I
not easy to play
understand
on
that.
that situation.
I understand that. But Giroud is never going to get a chance to score if he literally marks himself out of the game. I said it since day one. It's like you guys give no credit to the Italian defending. Y'all give no
No,
credit to defending in Italy. You think these defenders are gonna let him just get the ball by himself
but
and
I want to
score a
say
goal?
something.
Come
I
on,
want to say
man.
something. First of all, uh, no one underestimate
You
Italian
clearly,
defenders.
clearly, you guys do because you guys think that
No,
if Giroud stands in one spot, then he's just gonna score a goal. Clearly, that's what you guys are saying.
first
Like,
of all,
no, no.
Eliano, how's it going, my man? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, guys?
Um, okay, let's talk about Giroud. You want to talk about Giroud? Let's talk about Giroud.
can I go
So,
first?
yeah, you can go first, man.
All right. So Giroud, obviously, he lost a lot of match fitness from what he gained, and the reason why it was very noticeable because there was a pass that was coming from the left, and it was going to Giroud, and Giroud was in the middle of the park, and Giroud kind of misread it. I don't know if you guys remember that sequence, and then Giroud chased the ball back. We got caught in a counterattack. Do you guys remember that sequence?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
You
yeah,
could tell that Giroud, just the way he was running back, he was running with the brakes. Like he did not have. He's nowhere close to being 100% Giroud. So I will give him some slack for that. Today was good for him to just get a little bit more match fitness, but I will give
yeah.
him a little bit of slack.
And you have to understand that after 10 days of COVID, so not training with the team, and another week back pain, not playing a lot, always traveling around, going to Liverpool. So it's not easy. You have to train consistently at least 2 weeks to get those movements and everything. And at the end, Giroud plays pretty well with a player like Diaz. So with Maldini, it was their first game basically together. So I don't even know how much they try together, how much they prove those movements. So we cannot judge 45 minutes against Spezia when we saw Ibrahimovic struggle with that with this type of team. We saw Juventus struggle. A lot of teams, a lot of strikers struggle with this team. So it's not an easy game. I feel like Giroud, if you give him some chances, you give some crosses, you give him uh, some service, probably he can capitalize
Yeah,
that.
I
That's what I'm saying.
understand that, but you, if you move from the spot that you're in, I understand fitness. I understand that. But if you just move from the middle of the penalty spot area, just move 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right, you will create space for yourself to get better service. Do you?
Yeah,
I honestly think that even if today he played with Brahim, it doesn't matter he would have played with. He wouldn't have scored. He wouldn't have had a great
He's
game.
too stationary.
Well, but okay, Nathan. But when the season started and he did the preparation, there was no breaks, no injuries. He was scoring goals. He was
He
doing
has
great.
2 goals, and both those goals came from him moving.
Yeah, but okay, but
he does that. He
but
moves.
Nathan,
It's just not.
exactly.
It's not like he always
the
does that.
fitness is not
When
there.
he moves, he scores. When
The
he stands in
fitness
one
is not
spot,
there,
he
man.
doesn't score.
But
Why is
don't
this
you
so difficult to
don't you
understand?
see that the fitness is just not there?
Anyway, I wanna hear. I
But you
wanna
don't
hear
need
from
fitness to move 5 feet.
Eliano what he thinks about this Giroud situation.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Giroud's a great player, and I'm not really concerned about him. I think in a game like this, also, so first of all, Maldini had an okay, obviously the goal was fantastic. In the first half, I thought he was good, but you could tell like he wasn't cutting between the lines the way Ibrahim does. He wasn't always making the right crisp pass. The chemistry maybe wasn't there with Giroud. Rebic also didn't have his best game. So I agree with Roy that Giroud's not match fit right now, and either way, he probably wouldn't have had like the best game. But I think those factors certainly didn't help. But I also think the bigger problem that we had in the first half wasn't so much Giroud. I think it was just that the defense of Spezia I have a bit of a bigger problem with, and I like the way we adjust in the second half, and I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. But I think in these first halves against these smaller clubs, rather than having the courage to take players on one, like Salamakers did against Venezia in the second half when we did really well, we tend to go a few strides past them rather than challenging them. We then, turn back and then pass to one of our center backs. And I think when you play like that and you're not moving quickly, when the attackers aren't moving quickly, it's hard for a striker to get really involved in the game because all we were really doing is, okay, Theo goes up the left side a little bit, turns back, passes to Marty until we slowly go up, passes to Kaduru, who crosses it in. And then, so I just don't think our approach in the first half against these smaller clubs has been, perfect. Credit to the coach and the team for bouncing back in the second half. But, to summarize that, I just think Giroud is less of the problem in this game as much as our overall approach against these smaller clubs in the first half.
No, that I agree. I agree with you. I agree. Vasil, you want to say anything about the game? And thanks for joining us, by the way.
Hey guys, how are you guys?
Oh, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the game, man.
Okay. So you're here just for the chat. That's okay.
Yeah,
I
man,
woke up at 5:50 a.m. to see the game, Vasil. What is
heroes, guys? You guys are heroes. I just want to say this. Everyone that
I
waking up in crazy timing are heroes to watch AC
Yeah,
Milan.
no, I had something that I had to do. That's something that came up. I wasn't,
Okay.
I was planning to watch, but it didn't work out. I mean, it's life. Things happen.
Don't worry, man. Don't
By the
worry.
way, guys, I didn't do the watch long because I couldn't make noise. It was too early. It's just to let
That's
you
You
okay,
know.
man.
should be banging on the walls, man, waking up everybody, man.
But I watched
Don't
it.
worry, man. Anyway, it's not one of those big games you
I
need
would
to
like
watch
to talk
alone.
about the game real fast. What I saw.
Yeah.
I'll go real fast. Okay, so first of all, the first thing I want to say is that this game usually we don't win this game. So
Yeah.
this is excellent. This is telling me that Scudetto, maybe Scudetto, because in the past we will lose points in games like these. And when they scored that goal, lucky goal, Tonali deflection, I kind of started to see, those spider webs of the past. But no, instead we came back, we won 2-1, which is excellent because these games, first game, the earliest game of the Serie A in the sun, low prestigious games, very difficult games to be motivated. And Pioli gained a new player. In these two last games, Pioli gained a bunch of new players with his rotations that have worked. Balotelli, Kalulu, Gabbia, and now Maldini, Pellegrini. For me, this today was maybe one of the most important wins so far. Today maybe is probably the most important win. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy with today's result. I really can't say anything negative about today.
Oh, we have somebody else here, Bilal, man. Thank you for joining us. I want to say something about Pellegrini. I really like the guy. I think he's a good signing. I hope he stays fit, of course. I think he's gonna give a lot this season to this team, and if he's fit and he doesn't have major injuries, at 20 years old, 7 million, I think he's a steal. I think he can be easily our second striker for next season, and we buy a bigger striker, and Giroud can be a rotational player as well. So we have maybe, but let's see, let's see. It's still too early, but the guy fights, the guy moves. He's young, and he really wants to score. So I like that. I like that. He changes a bit the game. He gives a bit of a problem to the Spezia defense. Villa, what do you want to say, man, about the game?
Hi guys, yeah, first time on here, so thanks. Yeah, it was a cagey game. I'd say we did okay. We got the result, and that's the main thing.
Yes.
I think Giroud got some minutes in, which was good. I think there's going to be a long way back for him to get back into full fitness. But overall, just a good performance. It was a good away win considering last year's result. Yeah, I think we just went out there to get 3 points, and we did that.
Yeah, that was the most important thing. And a lot of big teams are going to lose points in Spezia. And I want to say something, guys. The pitch is smaller than the other pitch than San Siro.
What's that?
So it's really harder. It's really hard to do our game on a smaller pitch. So, guys, don't underestimate that thing. Spezia is a really pain in the ass. And
Also,
getting 3
Spezia-
points like Royce, yeah.
I was just going to say, Spezia also played a really good game against Juve recently as well, by the way. And so that's like Juve looked terrible against them, and we looked a lot better against them than Juve did. So
Don't say that in front of Roy, man. We have Paul here. Paul KB, man.
Hey, can I add one other thing that I was super positive that the last 10 minutes of the game when Brahim Diaz came in the game, our attack was a 20-year-old, a 22-year-old, another 22-year-old, another 22-year-old, and our midfield was a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old, and a 24-year-old, and our defense was a 23-year-old, another 23-year-old, a 27-year-old, and another 23-year-old. It's incredible.
Jesus.
It is incredible, guys. This statistic is incredible.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. And Brahim Diaz is in my fantasy football, guys. Captain, scored a goal in 15 minutes. I think it's a decisive goal. I hope they're gonna give like some points, a lot of points to him.
Hey
I think
guys,
I'm gonna win it this time.
you know, I predicted yesterday 2-1, and I said it would be scrappy game. So that's what exactly happened. It sounds like.
See, you already watched the game. You didn't need to
Yeah,
watch
well
it today,
done.
man.
Well done. He did.
You dreamed the game already. By the way, Paul, what do you want to say about the game, my man?
No, I'm good. I'm so happy here because first of all, yesterday I said it in the chat that Daniel
Yeah.
Maldini was going to score.
Oh man, you and Lucas, man, are you guys brothers?
No. Do you know what it is? Yeah, like for me, Daniel Maldini, like every time he's come on, he seems like very.
Oh, I lost you, man. It seems like very
Like lively
we
and
lost him.
energetic.
Yeah, I lost him.
Can I just make 2 quick points? I've only joined. I'm going to go to the gym in a bit, so just 2 quick points today. Really happy that Daniel Maldini scored his first goal, and just the observation about Benacer coming on, because Benacer was crucial to the second goal, and just ultimately just brought up the team, intercepted play, and then passed through. Their midfield and their defense was organized quite well, and I think Benacer was crucial in breaking that. So credit to him as well. I don't think he gets much credit, but yeah, Benacer.
Yeah, that is a great point. That is a great point. Paul, I can hear you now. Just give me a second. Yeah, that was a great point about Benacer. I like the fact that Benacer always tried that difficult pass, always tries to gain those 10, 15 meters, giving that pass and bringing the team up on the line. He's getting there. I think him Kessie or him Tonali is a good combination. Kessie looked a bit slow again. I think all the team is getting to a next level, and Kessie looks normal now because all the team is to the next level. Or maybe there is some problem with him, but let's see.
He's catching up. I feel like he's catching up slowly.
He's catching up, yeah.
Did you guys realize in the first half, you would see Tonali drops into a back three with Tonali and Tomori and Romagnoli. He drops in as a three, and so the wing backs can go forward. So he plays a lot deeper than expected, which allows Kessie to move up. So that's quite good to see that as well. Similar to what Pirlo used to do for Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is especially with small teams when you need the fullbacks to go up, both of them, to create a bit of some problems. That works pretty well. Paul, you want to finish your love letter for Maldini, man? No, man. By the way, I was shocked. I'm so happy as well, man. Another Maldini.
I was so happy. And you can see Paolo was really proud as well, so that made me happy too. And another thing as well, I think we can all agree that Rafael Leao is a starter in this team. Absolute baller, talented, so much talent. All the Leao hitters, if you're watching now, play him in this position and he actually plays well. I think he was so unlucky to not score today. That's the only thing I didn't like.
Oh, he almost had a brilliant goal, almost.
Yeah. That was a good goal.
You guys remember the post-match against Venezia that we did? And I was so pissed off with Leao, the fact that he doesn't shoot, he doesn't penalize.
Everything he said is what he tried to do today.
He's watching us, man. Rafa, if you're watching us, we love you, man. Great game.
Actually love you, bro. Yeah. And do you know what it was as well? Yeah, in the first half, like I saw Salamakers like basically trying to dribble everyone, and they were making him look good. I thought, imagine if that was Leao on the other side. I would have had
Salamakers dribbling. I think Salamakers has a picture of Nathan waking up in the morning saying, "Nathan, I'm gonna prove you wrong today, man."
That's exactly what I want to happen.
And he actually got an assist today, so I'm actually happy with that as well. I don't know if you guys noticed when Calabria pulled on Diaz's shirt when he was about to take it off. I thought that was very good leadership right there. Calabria is our future captain, if not current captain. You know? And I thought it was just, I'm happy with the 3 points. I feel it's a step in the right direction. Like it's games like this that make it easy for us to actually win Scudetto. So I'm happy. Like, honorable
No,
upwards.
no, that's true, and give you so much morale when you win these difficult games, because it looks like you're never gonna win a game like this, and you win it, that you feel way better, and you go for the next game more confident, which is an important game, the next one.
Not only
And
that,
I
Oh yeah,
also think it's
also as well. I was gonna say, at the start of the season, I was very nervous about Diaz, but he's actually proving me wrong. I still think we need another number 10 because if he gets injured,
we have Maldini, man. We have Maldini as a number 10.
I mean, yeah, we need to take it easy. You know? Let's take it easy. I want him to play as well, but I don't think he's ready just yet. I feel like this game was perfect for him, but
well, maybe not
I
this
think-
far, but I think like if we're up 2-0 and there's like we're at like the 70, 75 minute mark, just put Maldini in. He'll get ready when you give him 15 to 20 minutes, you know, depending on the game.
Yeah, well, to be fair, one thing is sure, he needs to play. He definitely needs to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, at least a bit. He needs to play.
Yeah,
Oh, we
he
have
definitely-
somebody else here.
He definitely made a case for himself today, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Momentum. Keep the momentum going if he has it.
Yared, man. Welcome to Rossonari TV. What do you want to say, my man?
Welcome. I will say I was surprised by Daniel Maldini. He was very good in attack and he was very good defensively. Because I saw as stats that he has the most tackling in the match when he was playing.
That's crazy.
So he's good defensively, not just offensively. So I think it's good. And I think he can challenge Ibrahim. If you saw Ibrahim today, he played very good in the attack building. But I think he can improve in the defense.
I feel
Because
like
when we played like team like Atletico Madrid, they will attack us, and then you guys say we have to have 3 in the midfield, but we can have 2 in the midfield if Ibrahim track more backward in the big games.
We can play
I
with
think
no defenders, and Atletico Madrid's not going to score.
Oh, don't say that, man.
And I will just say,
I mean,
Atletico Madrid lost today.
Yeah,
they lost today 1-0.
So they're losing to the teams that we're beating, like the equivalent level.
By the way, I want to say something. If any AC Milan supporter living in Milan is taking a picture with Hakan, I'm gonna personally punch in your face, man.
Same here. And you know what? When he was at Milan,
by him though, there's no way that quote was true. I think Hakan is so self-conscious, to be honest, that he actually made stuff up. There's no way that
You know what?
are going up to Hakan that are Milan fans and like asking for photos with him. Maybe like 4-year-old kids that like him.
There is a lot of idiots, man. Believe me, there is a lot of idiots. Don't worry.
The thing about Hakan is like, and you guys were talking about this. I think you might have been talking about this yesterday or something about like whether you forgave him or not. I think the thing about Hakan is like I don't know if we respect him enough to need to forgive him. I feel like we just like are indifferent at this point. Like he's just not like Brahim is clearly a player that's way better for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was also going to ask you guys, do you think that on Maldini, if he hadn't scored today, what would you have thought about his overall performance? Because my take on him was he clearly showed really good skills, and I think he will be a really good player. But to me, there were still a lot of passes that needed to be crisper and a bit faster. He's very good at tracking back defensively. But yeah, I don't know. Before he scored the goal, I was thinking that it would have been an okay performance, but I would have needed to see a lot more to actually say like, okay, this guy's going to be really good. And then of course the goal helped. But I'm just curious what you guys think on that.
Yeah, who starts? Bro, you can go first. Let's everybody gives an answer on this.
All right, okay. Well, so I kind of expected him not to have an immediate impact. He's only 19, and obviously playing in these kind of very difficult games. I wasn't expecting him to have a super game. To be honest with you, he had a better game than I expected him to have. One thing that I've realized, that he still has to learn, a big difference between him and Brahim is that Brahim is better at finding himself in the spaces. So Maldini has to learn how to do that. But the way he was passing the ball to me was actually pretty good, honestly, and the fact that he was winning the balls back, that was also very good. So I thought he had a much better performance than I expected he would.
Yeah, Nathan, what about you, man? What do you think?
I agree. He had a lot of good touches. You can tell he wants to play quick 1-2s. I mean, sometimes the flick isn't always on, but it's good to see something like that because that's how you break teams down. You play quick 1-2 touches. So decision making and things like that will come with playing time. So I thought it was a good performance today.
Yeah. Who's next? Paul KB, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought he had a couple good touches today as well. You can see he was actually eager. Also, I think before the first 10-15 minutes, he was actually good. He was actually comfortable on the ball. After that, misplaced a few passes here and there, had a couple of bad touches. But before the goal, he had a very okay performance. But I feel like after the goal, you could see that he was a bit more relaxed on the ball and he was ready to sort of play more. So, yeah, I think one thing that I can say for sure is that he needs to play. I feel like in January, we need to send him on loan or something because he needs to play. But, yeah.
Yeah. Vasily, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I actually watched the highlights and I liked what I've seen from him. And the other thing I would say, this goal is going to give him a lot of confidence, man.
Yeah.
It's a special goal, and I think he has the talent, man. I want him to stay in Milan. I want him to succeed, obviously. So I'm cheering for him, man, 100%.
Red, do you want to add anything else? Because I think you talked a bit about Maldini.
Yeah, the like about him was his defensive. I was very surprised at he was so good in defense. So yeah.
His name is Maldini.
Yeah. He's a Maldini, yeah. If he's
Oh,
not good at that,
And something is off,
You know what I saw about him and his type of game? He's still really young, first of all, to think he's a number 10 or he's a wing. But the way he reads the game, I feel like he's more like a midfielder than an actual number 10 because he has a lot of energy. He has a good pass. He likes to go forward, but he doesn't have that. How can I say it? He doesn't have the eyes behind his head, so he doesn't have that instinct that Ronaldinho or Brahim Diaz or big number 10s have.
So basically Hakan.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
Better version.
These number 10s.
Exactly. I think it's a better version. Exactly, better version of Hakan because we don't like.
Actually, the way he
Maldini
runs, and the way he plays, it reminds me a lot Hamsik, but Hamsik was way better in my opinion, of course. But it reminds me a lot. There was that midfielder that was going a lot forward, but he was a midfielder, not a number 10. I don't know if you guys agree. Marquise was more like a proper midfielder. I'm trying to explain better myself, but it looks more like a midfielder.
He doesn't,
you know what I mean?
He doesn't drop though, that like a number 8. But I understand. I totally hear what you're saying. He doesn't have the feel of a pure number 10. Somewhere in between a number 10 and number 8.
Exactly. And of course, he's gonna grow, understand better himself, and the right coach is gonna find him a position because at the age of 21, 22. If he's going to stay to AC Milan, he's going to be a player that actually is going to play 20, 25 games a season. So he needs to find the right position at that moment. For a midfielder for a 3, I think is really good. Number 10, he's going to interpret the game differently from a pure number 10. But is he young? Yeah, going him on loan, sending him on loan, that would be an option, in my opinion. That would be a great option next season. But let's see. They know better than us what to do.
What was the moment of the game, Lart? Moment of the game.
Maldini scoring.
Maldini scoring.
I mean, that was a great moment. That was an insane moment. But talking about the moment of the game that actually solved the game, I think Leao coming in, it was a good... He changed the game. He gave us some options on the left. We were going... When we were attacking, we were always dangerous on that side. and Selemakers starts to do his game as well. Brahim Diaz kind of closed the game. He was the final piece that we needed to finish the game. But Leao was really important. I don't know who's gonna play against Atletico, but Leao looks good, and it looks more rested than the previous game.
Oh, okay. I have my moment of the game. My moment of the game. Well, of course, it has to be Maldini, but my moment of the game is when Calabria pulls down Brahim Diaz's shirt.
I love that as well. To be fair,
That was my moment of the game.
Captain material.
Yeah,
but I missed that moment, man, because I was doing a coffee. What happened?
Brahim was about to take his shirt off.
And Calabria stopped him.
And Calabria pulled his shirt down.
That was a good move. Fuck's sake.
That's a real captain, guys. That's a real captain right there.
He knows we don't have another number 10. We have just one.
Exactly.
And Maldini got subbed off because he got that yellow card. And it was a good move by Pioli. Because Maldini's a youngster. He could have made another foul and then red card. If it was a red card, then it would have been difficult. It would have been difficult. So good job, Pioli, also.
Pioli on attention on details and these small things is he knows, man. He knows what he's doing. I like that. Pioli is growing, man, as a manager. He's growing a lot.
With that.
Let's talk. What about the defense, guys? I was a bit sad we got that fucking goal.
Yeah, it was a bit unlucky, to be fair.
It's just unlucky.
I thought
they deserve it. They deserve it. Let's be honest. They had some clear chances before.
They could have scored more, if you ask me.
Well, they say you create your own luck.
What was that?
I said the saying is you create your own luck.
Yeah.
They had chances. They could have scored. We could have scored more too.
I agree. In regards to the defense, I'll say Theo needs to start passing the ball a bit more, especially in the final third.
Yeah,
he did something today that really annoyed me. Like he did his usual run straight into the final third.
Yeah,
and he just hit the defender instead of just passing the ball to the right. Like, I don't
there
understand.
was Giroud on the right and Rebic on the left. Yeah, or at least the opposite. Yeah, and he just did something stupid at the end.
I think when he starts to dribble, once he gets to a certain point of the field, he just has it in his mind to just go all the way. When a simple give and go would create even more space for him in that final third. So I think he just needs to look up and understand that a passing option is usually on the cards.
Oh.
By the way, guys, I don't want to see any more something like this. Lucas on mobile, you're right. What is this, man? No more comments like this.
Nah, but you got to hand it to Lucas.
Like this.
I called it as well, but you got to hand it to him as well. So yeah.
I mean, he's been calling it for 2 years. He's been calling it for 2 years. Of course, he's gonna get it right at a certain point. That dude is gonna play one day and score.
A broken watch is right twice a day.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Lucas, by the way.
Defensively, I didn't mind Theo Hernandez, to be honest. It seems like he's starting to get his form back. Yeah, I understand why some of his things he does can be frustrating. Romagnoli, very positive. Romagnoli is an added defender that we didn't have the second half of last year. Tomori, always great as always. Kalulu, great. He had the assist. And Calabria coming in really good too. So defensively, we're good.
Yeah.
What do you think about Kessie?
Oh man, Kessie today really frustrated me, especially with like the chance he had in front of goal. Like I was expecting him to score that. I don't know how he missed.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
what happened, but I feel like he's not 100% match fit just yet.
Yeah,
but he's getting there. Yeah.
I don't know. Like this to me feels more like a mentality thing than a match fitness thing. Like
actually,
his head is in the game.
Yeah.
I get that vibe too.
And what do you guys think?
Can I just add? Can I just add to? I think also if you saw Shalanoglu the year before the contract deal, He was scoring goals. He was assisting, and then when he don't accept the contract, he was fading away from the game. I
Yeah,
think it's happening to Kessie too.
it looks like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think the only player Donnarumma and Romagnoli, you can see they are professional. They are more stable. They perform good. Still when they sign when they don't have signed the contract. But Kessie and Çalhanoğlu, they are fading away from the game.
What I don't
Yeah,
really
That's
right now
true.
it's
understand is
looking
that
like
Kessie is being put as like the when he subbed out. I think what was the sub? He put Benacer in, and then he pushed Kessié up, and I thought they would have maybe switched to like a 4-3-3 if he had Benacer, Kessie, and Tonali all in. But it kind of seems like he's putting Kessie in that center attacking midfield position when the three of them play. Like he's the one that's advanced, and I don't really understand that. Like of the
yeah,
three of them, I think of the three of them, Tonali should be the one that's up there. Like Kessie just
yeah.
doesn't really look comfortable in that position, and then that's why the moment Brahim came, there's a big difference.
I agree. It really doesn't make sense. Out of the three, Tonali has the best technique and forward vision. So yeah, it didn't make much sense. Even playing like a flat three would have been at least better than putting Kessie as the attacking mid position.
Anyone wants to add anything about Kessie? Because I like this comment. This is a good point about the fact that now Salamakers is actually starting to dribble and to not change his game, but add something more at his game.
Hey guys,
What do
Salamakers
you-
today had the winning assist, man.
Yeah, man.
The reason why we won this game is because Salamakers had that great play in on the left, and he found Brahim Diaz. So 80% of that goal goes to Salamakers.
Yeah,
80%.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. Um, anyone wants to add anything? I really like Salamakers. I always liked him. I knew that the dribbling and the 1v1 type of game was coming. It just needed some confidence. It just needed some training, some positioning awareness. He needs to understand, and he's understanding the league as well. He understands who are the players he's playing against and how
think he
fast
was-
they are and stuff like that. So he's gonna get there. Just it takes time. It takes years. And around 24, 25 years old, Salamek is gonna be an amazing player, like unplayable. So a top player, because he has
100%.
pace. He knows what to do with the ball. He's just gonna get better and better tactically and technically.
The guy
So
is
guys, don't
is he
worry.
even 22 yet? I think he's not even 22 yet.
Yeah, I guess he's around 22, but he's still so young. It's such a young
It's
age, man. It's
crazy
such
how
a
young
young.
he is.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
think Salad Makers has been watching us on this thing. He's been watching Nathan. I agree.
Oh man, he has a big. I sent him a picture of Nathan, and I told him everything.
It's the verbal coaching that I give him after the show ends.
Oh my god! But anyway, anyone wants to add anything about Salamakers?
Nah, great game for him today.
Yeah, great game. I want to talk. Oh, guys, somebody was actually mentioning you guys are gonna do the watch along with Inter. Are you crazy, man? Never gonna do something like that. I have better things to do than watch Inter.
I'm gonna watch the game. It's good.
I would like to watch the game, to be fair, just to see how they get on.
You guys want to watch Atalanta, not Inter, of course.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you put it that way, then yeah, maybe.
Let's hope it's a tie. That'll be the best result.
Yeah, that'd be a good result for us.
Yeah, let's see. I think this is a great test for Inter. I think this is a real test for Inter. Fiorentina wasn't a test for Inter because, first of all, Fiorentina got that red card, rightly so, and the game completely changed. So it wasn't a test anymore. It was Inter trying to win the game. But this one is going to be a real test for Inter. I'm going to understand what is the real potential of that team. Because they can actually lose against Atalanta, but depends how they lose.
Yeah, but
if they lose playing football, it makes sense. That means they're a good team, and they're gonna challenge for Scudetto or top four, whatever. But if they suffer Atalanta, I think they're done, man.
Yeah, but this
They're not
Atalanta
challenging.
has not been playing very good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You have to understand that it's hard for Atalanta or for the Atalanta players to come back after all these games in the summer with the Euro, train and have the same, motivation. So it takes time. They need to slowly get there. And every year they start slowly. So and
I feel
they
like
start slowly, but they still have 10 points, man, and they can go potentially 13. So it's not so slow as a start. That's the thing.
Is the game?
What you guys?
Is that game happening right away, or is it a?
in like 20
It's up.
minutes.
It's
Oh,
happening in 20
wow.
minutes, my man.
Wow,
So
guys! Wow,
let me see what's going on in a bit. Let me.
action, Serie A, action packed.
Yeah,
It
man,
feels
it's crazy.
good. It feels
Uh,
good to have finished
I'll
game
turn
day
the game on
6.
my TV and then
Uh,
put my laptop so we can all just watch.
I'm actually annoyed that we didn't beat Juventus now, because now we could have had what, 2 more points.
Yeah, that is a bit annoying. Napoli is looking solid this year.
They're looking crazy.
Napoli's looking really good, but I want to see how they face adversity. Like, I feel like with all these teams that start with a ton of goals every game, a credit to them, they're really good. But I feel like once they go through, they've had a. Actually, I'm not sure if they're the team that's had an easy schedule. I know there's been a couple teams that have had easy schedules, but as soon as they run into like a game where they lose or they tie, I want to see how they react to that, because I think that's the sign of a really good team is when you lose and you're able to bounce back.
One
I
thing for
think
sure, Napoli didn't have any injury this season still, so they have the full squad available. But let's see during the season how they're gonna handle with injuries and lack of players. Paul, you want to say
I think
something?
I think what's gonna happen with Napoli is I can already see it happen. They're gonna have like a good run of games, and then when they start having a couple, bad games, De Laurentiis is gonna start fighting with Spalletti, and they're gonna just go back to normal. That's what I think at least. I
Spalletti
can
is a
already see it
different
happening.
beast. He has
Yeah,
a
but De
lot of
Laurentiis always
experience.
fights as
Spalletti.
coaching. He always fights as coaches though.
Who does Napoli play this weekend?
Easy. It's Genova.
Cagliari, I'm thinking.
Ah, Cagliari. Sorry,
That's
Cagliari.
gonna be
Yeah.
a difficult game, I think.
Oh my
It's a
god!
easy.
We
It's
have
an
an
easy
Interista
game.
here. We have an
I don't
Interista
know. I
here,
think it
guys.
might be pretty close.
Where is the Interista, man?
Hold on. Let's send them. Let's send the dog at him. Where's the dog?
Ah, well, you want to send the dog? Let's send the dog.
Let's send the dog to Interista.
Oh man, I can't blame them, man. They want to be part of the conversation. Let them be.
No, but
Let
I
them be.
agree. I'd rather Napoli win Scudetto than Inter for sure.
Oh yeah, that would be great as well. That would be cool to see actually a team from the south to win the Scudetto after so many years. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if Napoli deserves it, fair to them, man. They can go and win it. I don't mind. I mean, like, I have a problem with Juventus and Inter. Just that's it.
I only have a problem with Inter winning it. That's the only problem I have. Anybody else
Well,
can win it, but it's not Inter. Not Inter.
of course, but no Juventus as well, man. I
No
know.
Juventus either.
I don't care if
I know
Inter wins
Juventus.
it. The problem
No,
with
no,
Inter
no.
for me,
I care.
the problem with Inter for me is that if they win it, they get a second star, and we cannot lose that battle against Inter.
So you rather
Hey, guys.
Juventus win it?
I
Hey
would rather
guys,
Juventus win it.
couple things.
If we don't.
I cannot stay the whole stream because I gotta go and take a look at some cars today. Well, I just want to say a couple things. Like the game, as I said, I watched the highlights. I really like Kalulu. He looked good.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with him. Obviously, to be honest, guys, Romagnoli, so far I like how he's playing. So if we can renew him for decent salary, why not? I mean, and he's stuck with us through thin and thick. He deserves at least a try from us to renew him. The other thing I would say, Tonali looked really good. Actually, Benacer, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed Benacer this game. He was moving around. Was good on his passing was pretty on time. Pellegrini, I don't know what to think about that guy. So far, I don't know what to think about him. Obviously, Diaz, amazing. So I have a very good feeling that we're gonna actually win against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday. Tight one, but we're gonna win.
Yeah, no.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Let's talk about the next game, Atletico, guys. I want to hear something from you. What do you guys think after this performance? What is your starting 11, or the best starting 11, if you will
For
think
Atletico?
against
Is Ibra fit?
Atletico? Yeah.
Is Ibra fit, man? Do you guys know?
No. Ibra is not fit. I don't think Giroud is gonna start. I think this one was 45 minutes for Giroud to let Leao rest, and the second 45 minutes Leao coming into for Rebic to rest. So that's the whole thing.
One more thing, man. I forgot to mention another good performance is Salad Maker, man. That Salad, man, he is looking good the last 2 games, man.
Yeah,
The standard that he has to keep, and he's keeping.
Yeah. Still consistent. If he stays like this, man, I'm telling you guys, I'm okay with the right back. If he plays like he's been playing the last 2 games, especially.
It's gonna be like this. If he's rested, because sometimes he plays a lot of games and he gets tired, and that's why sometimes he doesn't play properly. Oh man, there is an interest in the chat, man. What the fuck they're doing here, man? This is a safe place. There is an interest in the chat.
What's his name, man? I'm gonna hunt him down, man. What's his name?
You're gonna
seriously, man.
Find him, man. What about you, Nathan? What do you think about against Atletico? The team should be.
I'm thinking Rebic at forward, Leao on the left, Diaz, Salamakers, and then I would go with Tonali and Benacer. Calabria, of course. Is Cajer still out?
Precaution, they say, not an injury.
So just precaution, not injury. Crazy.
So I don't know what's going on, but I think Romagnoli is going to play with Tomori against Atletico.
Okay, and then that Teo, of course.
Would you play Calabria, or would you still start Kalulu, because he's in good shape, good form? Calabria is not 100% fit. What do you do?
If Calabria is not at 100, then you can play Kalulu, but it depends on at what percentage you think Calabria is in.
To be fair, the experience and the mindset, and Calabria is more a defender than Kalulu. So probably I would put Calabria, even if he's not 100%. It is he has more leadership. He cares about this game. Like, he wants to prove himself in the Champions League. So I would start Calabria, because that's why he played 20 minutes today, to get a bit of match fit for the game against Atletico. Anyone? That's a good formation. It's quite close to what I was thinking. The only thing, in my opinion, probably is gonna start Kessie and Benacer against Atletico in the midfield.
I was gonna say that as well. Kessie, Benacer.
No.
Yeah.
Kessie and Benacer are not like this game.
Listen,
we need Kessie in this game. Sure.
I'm not saying he should start that. I'm not saying that. For me, Tonali is playing pretty well. I will start him. But judging on his choices, the fact that he let Tonali play the entire game, that means he rested Kessie and Benacer playing a bit less.
Yeah.
So probably
is he not going to learn?
The only reason Kessie was subbed out was because of the result was 1-1, and we need an offensive player. So I think Benacer will play.
So Benacer is not going to play?
I think he will play because Kessie and Tonali, if we had 1-0, I think Kessie and Benacer, Kessie and Tonali will not be subbed off.
But who do you think is going to play? Kessie Benacer or Benacer Tonali?
Benacer Tonali. It's much better. It's much more stable to the team. Because Kessie is shaky right now.
And Tonali's passing cannot be substituted.
But do you think, because Tonali is playing a lot, do you think he's gonna be fresh enough and rested enough to play in basically 3 days, 2 days and a
We
half?
play on what, Wednesday,
We played Tuesday,
Tuesday?
so he's gonna rest to Sunday. He's gonna have like a little run Monday, and game Tuesday. So that's my concern. Yeah, okay. I know. Easy to say. I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's
Eliano, man, what do you think?
That's one of the benefits of having a young team is faster recovery.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Yeah,
I want to
I
hear from
think
Eliano. Yeah.
the thing is, we've been rotating those three quite well in my eyes, and I'm almost viewing them as relatively interchangeable. Like, to me, what I would say is, because against Liverpool we got up to a very difficult start, and our starts have been what's challenging. I think what I would probably do is I would start with Tonali and Benacer, who I think, for me, have been our two better midfielders of late. And then if your concern is over Tonali, like, you can always sub. I'm sure Kessie is going to be subbed in around the 65th minute anyway. And depending on how Tonali's feeling, I think they can sub him out. But I think this game against Atletico is very important. I think it's a chance to, if Liverpool takes care of Porto, we take care of Atletico. It's like a chance to be second in the table. Obviously, it's still early, but I think it's a game that we should really try to win, because if we're going to make it out of this group, it's a game that I think is very important to win. So I'd start Tonali, and then against Atalanta next week, whoever doesn't, if Tonali plays, then I would just give Tonali the time off, and maybe by then even Bakayoko and Krunic will be back, and you can give them a bit of a break. I think right now that our midfield is so thin, like, we have no choice but to wear these guys out a bit. But once Bakayoko and Krunic are back, we'll be able to rotate them more, and they'll have more time to recover.
Yeah, I feel like Pioli is gonna start Kessie, Benacer, because he wants Tonali for Atalanta. Because see,
I think Kessie has been not bad. He hasn't been like, Kessie is almost playing right now the way he did before last season, where he was like a good player, but you weren't like blown away, like, wow, this guy is going from box to box. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, he's a serviceable guy. But last year, if it was the 80th minute and you were protecting the lead, you couldn't possibly play without Kessie, right? This year, it's like, the 70th minute he's subbed out.
Yeah. Roy, do you want to say anything about this Kessie, Benacer, Tonali? What do you think is gonna be the choice for Atletico?
I think saying Benacer, Kessie is like, what the ideal situation, I think. But keeping Tonali out right now, I don't know. Honestly,
it's hard. It's hard.
A very difficult one. Yeah. Today, I would probably say Tonali, Benacer, but I'm not even sure about that.
I don't want to burn out the kid, because he's such a great form, and playing every 3 days for 2 weeks, it's so hard. It's basically 6 games. Thank God he rested against Liverpool, and I don't want to say it's thank God, because we lost at the end, and probably with him in the pitch could have been a different game, different result. So, but we were pretty good against Juventus. We had those legs to end the game and get a draw at the end. So in my mind, I'm thinking, what Pioli prioritizing at this moment? Beating Atalanta and getting that advantage to Atalanta, or winning in San Siro? Because you can win in San Siro with Benacer and Kessie. Let's be honest, they are good enough. They're not bad. They are our starters. 6 months ago, they were our starter. 4 months ago. So I know Tonali is playing incredibly well, but still Benacer and Kessie are good. So in my opinion, actually, I was thinking that Benacer, Kessie will start these games so Tonali can play against Atletico. When I saw Tonali in the starting 11, I thought, okay, probably he's gonna rest against Atletico. But Paul, what do you think, man?
I would play Kessie, Benacer as well, to be fair. I just feel like
Tonali against Atalanta, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to drop him, I understand, but he's played too many games. That's the thing, and I don't want him to get injured, number one. And we kind of need Kessie, well, old Kessie, not this current Kessie, for the game against Atletico, like the muscles in the midfield kind of thing. So yeah, I'll start Kessie, Benacer. Kessie needs to find
Yeah.
form. That's the thing. He needs to find form, and he needs to find it quickly, especially if he wants the amount of money he's asking for. Because I've defended
Oh
him,
yeah.
but now I'm getting frustrated. Like, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Like, especially if you say you want to stay.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah. Who is
sorry,
next?
Larry, I was just gonna quickly say
No.
I think we have to be pretty happy, I will say, considering the going into the season, the leverage that Kessié had on us. Like, okay, after last season, sure, people could argue he carried our midfield, et cetera, et cetera. This year, he's been arguably our third best defensive midfielder, almost inarguably. And now we have Pobega, Torino, we have Adley. We have a lot of players that can fill that role, and that gives us a lot of leverage. And that means that in our negotiations with him, we don't have to back down. But equally, it also means that if we choose to sell him in the winter transfer market, or if he walks next year, at least we're not left in a situation with Çalhanoğlu and Donnarumma, we've replaced them well as well. But point being, we're not going to be left in the summer what do we do now? We're in an okay position on that front. So I think that has to be a bit of a relief because, in the preseason, that was a huge talking point. Is what do we do with this midfield if Kessie doesn't stay? I don't think that's as much of a concern anymore.
No, man, it's not a concern. It's not a concern. And I think the team stepped up. We went to a next level. And now Kessie is looking a normal player, not an incredible player anymore. The previous year, the team was still one level down. So Kessie looking amazing. Now, then the team is to a highest level. Tonali is a different level. So that's why Kessie doesn't look the player he used to look a year ago or 6 months ago. So that's why I think Kessie is performing more or less at the same level that he was performing the previous year. But everyone around him is performing even better. So that's why it looks like he's having normal games. That is my opinion on Kessie.
I don't
And
want
no
to...
one is unreplaceable. No, I just want to say no one is unreplaceable.
I mean, that's a good point. It could be true. I don't want to rule out that Kessie right now it's a matter of form, and once he hits the form, he gets a goal, he gets an assist, and all of a sudden his game raises. That could happen. That's I don't want to count that out.
Hopefully it happens. Hopefully we still have more to see from Kessie because we need that player to actually get the Scudetto this year.
I got to run, guys, but thanks for this. Really great. I think we're gonna win on.
Thank you, man. I actually was thinking to close the live, to close the post match. You guys want to start another live, talk about more stuff, or keep going with this one, Roy? What do you think? Or we can talk tomorrow.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, watch some Serie A games. Let's talk about Serie A tomorrow. Let's see a bit how's the vibe and everything. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you, everyone. Forza Milan, let's win this Scudetto. Now it looks more real than before.
So
Forza
tomorrow
Milan.
is the next stream tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do a stream tomorrow about Serie A. Yeah,
okay, cool. What time are you thinking? US time, kind of approximately. What would you say?
Midday, something like that. Midday, 1 p.m. US time.
Okay, 2 p.m. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, even tomorrow, 1 hour, max 2 hours, not too long. Yeah. Vasil, man, I have your number, but it's not working. I think. Can you write it down?
I'll send you my number again. Maybe there's some problem with my phone, man, because I switched. I got a different iPhone, so maybe I've been having some issues. So I have to go to Apple and figure it out what the hell is going on.
Anyway, let's talk the next chat, man. Don't worry.
Çalhanoğlu is going to score 2 goals and an assist today.
Yeah?
Oh no, man. No. He's gonna get
injured. Man.
He's gonna get injured, and he's gonna be out for the rest of the year.
They just showed him on the screen too.
Listen, I'll tell you what is the lineup. I'll tell you what is the line. Let's see the lineup, and I'll tell you 1 second. Oh, he's not playing the guy. How it's called? Di Marco is not playing. Sad.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see, man. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Forza Milan. See you tomorrow.
Forza
Ciao,
Milan,
ciao,
guys.
ciao ragazzi.
Ciao,
Forza
ragazzi.
Milan.
Ciao.
Forza Milan.